Hi guys, and welcome back to Claire's Clues. On today's video, we'll be talking about the book The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. See, this book is all about habits, and habits that we have and the ones that we can make. We can also learn to break habits that we have that we don't like. Now, I'm sure we all have habits we don't like, but still do every day. I myself personally struggle with procrastination. Now, there is a cycle of how this goes. And it starts with a Q, being procrastination. I put things off until I'm like, oh, maybe I should do something. And then the idea of work to be done causes initial stress. And that stress leads back to procrastination. Now, I'm a sucker for it. For years, I would put things off because I was too scared of doing them, because I was overwhelmed by how much I had to do. And instead of breaking things down into a little bite-sized piece that I could manage, I would look at the big picture and start to freak out. But what I've learned from this book is that all it takes is 5 seconds. 5 seconds to rewrite our habits, break the ones we don't like, and create new ones. But in order to do this, we need to learn how to create new habits to replace the old ones. Replacing old habits can be hard, but it can be easily sorted out and finished. We can easily go after our goals, and that way we can achieve what we're after. That being a different end result. Because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, which unfortunately is exactly what I've done. I used to sit around and wait till I was overwhelmed and too stressed out, and then I would go back to procrastinating. See, a lot of us might do this. We think about working out, but then instead we think, oh, that's too hard. I'll just watch some videos and then I'll get an idea of what I have to do. So we jump on YouTube and we have a look at some videos and we think, oh, that's a really good idea. But then one video that we're after turns into 10 videos later of things that are completely unrelated. And we end up down the rabbit hole of things that cannot help us. Therefore, we procrastinate even more. And then when it comes time to think about the work that we were supposed to be doing, maybe that workout that you were really looking forward to thinking about doing, well, that workout is no longer an idea because you've put it off for so long and you found other things to do and replace it with that you think, I'll do that another time. And the idea of doing it becomes overwhelming and you just decide, I'll just do it tomorrow. I'll start then, and then I don't have to worry about the stress that I feel now. But the thing is when tomorrow comes, we do the same thing over again. We start the cycle of procrastination, back on YouTube, back down the rabbit hole, only to feel overwhelmed about the work that we have to do, feeling stressed, and then back to procrastinating because we get instant gratification. We all live in a microwave society where we believe that we can have whatever it is we're looking for instantly. We have instant takeaway food, we have instant coffee, we have things that we can get delivered to our door now. We can do our online shopping and not have to worry about going out, seeing people, or having to interact whatsoever. We can easily just go online, find what it is we're looking for, and get it delivered straight to our door. That's crazy, because not that long ago, we could never do that. But living in a microwave society means that everyone has the expectation of instant gratification, which unfortunately doesn't always work, especially when you want to lose some weight. So say you sign up to the gym and you plan on doing this for 6 months because you have a goal of what you want to reach. You want to lose a set amount of weight. But you go there for the first week, you think, oh, this is great, you're having a good time. And then after a week it starts to die off because the gratification of feeling good, those endorphins, they've worn off, they're gone. And so the thrill of having a new thing to do no longer inspires you to do the one thing that you set out to. You no longer feel the need to go to the gym anymore because you just think, oh, it's a waste of money. I can just do this at home. I can look it up and I know what I can and I can't do. So I'll just do that when I can. And by doing so, we end up putting off so much and we don't achieve what we want to achieve. But there is a way to break this. And the way we do this is by creating a new habit. So how we do that is we take an old habit, being our cue. So whatever that might be, maybe it's, say you're a smoker and you want to give up smoking. So you're a little bit stressed and how you cope with that is you have a cigarette. But instead of doing this, what we need to do instead is find another way to cope and handle that situation. So maybe you find ways to keep your hands busy. And instead of picking up a cigarette, you pick up a pen and maybe you do some writing. If you're stressed, maybe you decide, you know what, I'm not going to go for that cigarette, I'm going to go for a walk, or I'm going to go for a run, whatever it might be. Something to benefit you. We replace bad habits with good ones. That way we have a positive result, because that's what we're all looking for. We're all looking for a good, positive result in life, because we all want to go places. We're just not sure where to start. So really all it takes is 5 seconds. Now, how to apply this 5-second rule is simple. All we have to do is when you initially think of that bad habit, so again, say we're thinking of smoking, take those 5 seconds and think, what else can I do? So come up with your solution. So you're going to pick up a pen, you're going to do some writing. 5 seconds, start counting back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's all it takes. And initially it will be difficult. But the thing is, if you repeat this time and time and time again, you'll find that it becomes easier every single time. And eventually you would have created a new habit without even knowing it. Sorry guys, give me a minute. So the initial amount of energy to start a habit is far higher and far greater than that of what it is to maintain it. And that goes for most things. The initial effort you put in is always going to be far greater than that you need to maintain it with. So if you're running, say for example, you take your first few steps, you're thinking, oh, my heart's not beating fast enough, I haven't been doing cardio, I haven't been working out that often. Those first few, meters or whatever it might be, they're going to be the hardest. You need to put in the initial momentum to begin with. But once you've got it going, once your heart rate is up, once you're feeling in the zone, you will be going, you will be running, and soon enough you'll feel like you're flying. And it makes such a huge difference with that little bit of momentum. But to maintain it doesn't take much at all. The energy you'll be exerting is next to nothing in consideration to what you started with. So to create new habits, all it takes is those 5 seconds. 5 seconds to count back and rewrite the wrongs. So again, it's a cue that moves on to your routine that gives you a reward. This being procrastination, thinking about work to do, and then feeling the stress that increases over time, which means we go back to procrastination. But again, here's one way to fix it. 1, forgive yourself. You don't have to feel bad for not knowing what you didn't know. What you can do is move forward through this. Number 2 is have a positive projection. Think about where you want to be, what you want to be doing, where you want to go, what you can achieve, because we can all achieve greatness. And all it takes is that bit of momentum in the beginning, and then at the end, you will have a great result. And third of all, count backwards. Count those 5 seconds, because all it takes is 5 seconds to change a lifetime of habits. All you have to do is repeatedly keep this up. And again, it will be difficult at the beginning. The initial momentum will always be the hardest, but maintenance on it will always be far greater and far easier. And you'll find over time that it'll always get easier. Everything you do will become a habit, so much so that you won't even have to think about what it is you're doing. You'll just start doing it. And eventually down the track, you'll think back and you'll go, geez, how did I get here? And you'll remember, 5 seconds is all it took. 5 seconds of insane mental clarity, and you were able to change a lifetime of things. Things that you might have thought were never possible. So with this, guys, I'll leave you with a summary. The 5-second rule takes 5 seconds. Literally just that. So start counting back. Whatever it is you want to change, think of that. Think of what you would like to replace it with, and then count your 5 seconds. Forgive yourself for not knowing what you didn't know, and move forward. There is no point in dwelling on what we can't change. What we can do, though, is make the initial step to change what we want and get the results that we're looking for. And lastly, sorry guys, the initial amount of energy that we put in to change a habit is far greater than what we need to maintain it. So yes, it will be hard in the beginning, but believe me, by the end, you will be doing it blindfolded. So to summarize, guys, that's what I leave you with. And for now, whoop, sorry, my bad. We'll be making a lot more of these videos for your training series to help you with your personal development goals. But that's all for now. Until next time, leave a comment below on what you like the most, and I look forward to sharing more with you in the next video of Claire's Clues. Bye!